the part of the project, of the Stage Warriors midterm project, that deals with the creative aspect. And for my part, I chose to do The Monument by Colleen Wagner, and then take it and apply it more to the situation that was going on in Cambodia during the time of the Khmer Rouge. Alright, so for the cast of the new play that I would be designing, I like the idea of sticking with only 2 cast members that Colleen had in The Monument. This made it easy to follow along with, as one of the most difficult parts that I find while reading plays is sometimes I get lost as to who's speaking. But this, it was very obvious that it was just a conversation between these 2 people all of the time. But in my version, instead of there being a person on trial about to be put to death and a person coming to save them, I would have one of the members be a member of the Khmer Rouge, most likely a younger person, and then another person, the other character in this, being a citizen who was not a member of the Khmer Rouge but was taken by them, and they would probably be older. Now, this would be a change in who has the power from the Monument, because in the Monument, the older person had the power and they were kind of guiding the younger person who was the soldier and was going to be put to death. In this one, the younger person would have been a member of the Khmer Rouge, and the older person would have been the person under their control who would be giving them guidance on morals and things of that sort. Alright, for the setting, initially I would start it kind of in a Cambodian city, whereas the Monument begins with the guy strapped in the electric chair, and then Mesra comes to save him. Maybe this one is not so much saving as they're forcing him to go with them or be killed, and once they go with him, the main setting after that point would be a Cambodian farming community, and this would be similar to Mesra's farm, where her and Stetko live for their period of time together. And then later in that same play, they go to the forest, they call it, where Stetko raped and killed some of his victims. And this part in the new adaptation of this play would most likely be in some of the Cambodian killing fields, where the members of the Khmer Rouge would go out and they would kill all the innocent people. And so for the plot / the story of it, it would start out where it may seem like they have the person not in control, would seem like they have a choice, but in reality they really don't, where it's either they go along with the other person or they be killed. And this was the situation for a lot of the people that ended up joining the Khmer Rouge, is they would either be killed or they would have to join the Khmer Rouge against their will. And once the new person is under the jurisdiction of the Khmer Rouge, they would most likely be taken to one of the farming communities, as was commonplace for most of these prisoners. Another thing that would be similar to the Khmer Rouge is in the Monument, when Mesra brings a bean plant in and then tries to start growing it, and that would be their only food they have. Stetko takes it and feeds it to his rabbit, and this is kind of used to teach a lesson to them to Stetko about why he lied to protect something that he loved, but he often didn't lie when he was doing his killing and rape. And this is similar but not the exact same to the Khmer Rouge farming communities, where oftentimes the prisoners would try to grow their own crops and their own food, but this was looked down upon, and many times they would be dug up, the crops would be dug up, and they would not be allowed to, and this led to mass starvation and was not popular for these people. So to continue the plot and the story, this one kind of where it switches the gears between the dynamics between these two people. The Khmer Rouge member is the younger person, and they kind of force the older person to do the work for them. Whereas in the monument, it's the younger person who is doing the work and is being forced to do it by the older person because of the reason that they will be killed if they don't. And this would kind of be an opportunity for the older person to kind of give lessons to the younger person, as they would be more experienced in life and kind of just know more about everything. This would also relate to the Khmer Rouge member not really remembering any of the names of the people he killed. This is similar to the monument where Stetko doesn't really know and / won't give up names to the people he killed just because they didn't really mean a whole lot to them. He didn't really realize at the time what he was doing. And this happened a lot with the people in the Khmer Rouge, where they didn't really take into account the fact that they were killing another person. They just kind of went and did it. And along with this, another part of this that would be similar to the monument would be the two characters going into the killing fields where the Khmer Rouge was, and then this leading to the younger person kind of having a revelation where they realize that what they did was in fact wrong, and it kind of leading to them wanting to change what they have been doing, which it could have happened with the Khmer Rouge, but most likely many of the members did not think that way. And this would happen through the building of the quote-unquote monument with the dead bodies that happened in the original play. And finally, where would the play be performed? I always like the big emphasis on schools. I think that if you can educate the younger population, you're going to have much better success in causing these things to not happen again, because the younger population are the people who control the future, and if we teach them why it is wrong to do these things, they're very unlikely to happen again. And obviously it would have to be played in Cambodia, but I feel like this event was recent enough where most of the Cambodian population still remember and are still being affected by the Khmer Rouge to this day. And this play would maybe help with some of the healing that would come along with it. But also playing the play abroad would help a lot, since not many people knew about what was happening during the rule of the Khmer Rouge. And kind of getting this information out would really help people to understand more. So in conclusion, my idea for a new play would be a very similar production to The Monument, but with a focus more general to Cambodia. And I like the big emphasis of educating the younger generation about kind of morals and how to respect everyone, and just sacrificing what you want or what you have for people that you love. And that is everything. Thank you.